You've tuned in to the Beyond Hope podcast, your access to success strategies and more to help you survive and thrive through your loved one's addiction challenges while you move onward and upward with your life. Now, here's your host, Shar Jones.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This is Shar Jones, and I'm the host of Beyond Hope, and I'm also the mother of an addict. So I understand what it means to love someone who struggles with addiction. It has been a very long journey for me, but I have gotten to a place of hope, beyond hope, which is kind of the ironic twist to the name, that I think really hope is where the healing begins. And on the other side of hope is life and joy and love and all these things that are no longer contingent upon the recovery of our addicts. So what I'm hoping to do with this podcast is bring to you so many people that I respect and admire, experts within the industry of addiction and recovery who have so much valuable information to share with me, with you, with all of us. And in addition, we'll be bringing you some stories of hope and hopefully some laughs, maybe some tears along the way, but it's going to be all good. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to this journey with you. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a listen to this message from one of my sponsors. I recently read an article that said 81% of Americans would like to become a published author. Chances are you're one of them. I know I am. So what's stopping us? Well, for me, it's a lot of hard work. It's time-consuming, it's painful, and expensive, right? Not anymore. For my next book project, I'm teaming up with Hassle-Free Books, and they are making it so easy for me to become an author. They're removing all of the fuss and struggle and making it smooth and simple. And it's far more affordable than you could ever imagine. Go to hasslefreebooks.com and use the promo code SHAR to receive a 10% discount off of any book project. Get started right away and you can become a published author in as little as 45 days. And don't forget to send me a copy of your signed book, please. What are you waiting for? Get your story out there. Visit hasslefreebooks.com, promo code SHAR today. All right, thanks again for joining me, and let's go ahead and get started with today's show. Hey everyone, this is Shar, and welcome to Beyond Hope. Today, I thought that I would read to you a page from my journal from a couple of years ago. But before I do, I just wanted to share that I have been watching the news right along with you, and I see the fires and the hurricanes, the destruction, the loss of lives, the loss of homes, and my heart goes out to all those who have been impacted. And I'm just sending you so much love and prayers for you and your loved ones. I hope you're safe. I think it's also important for us to recognize how precious life is and how incredibly important it is for us to practice gratitude and finding joy in our lives, no matter how small. This is called To the Parent of an Addict, and like I said, I wrote this a couple of years ago, and looking back now, I was obviously writing this to myself, probably as a way to encourage myself through future times of struggle and darkness. Before I read this, I want to acknowledge that Overdose Awareness Day was on August 31st, and I also want to acknowledge the moms and dads and family members out there who have lost a loved one to overdose. My heart is with you, and I send so much love and light up to your sons and daughters. Okay, so this is called To the Parent of an Addict, a page from my journal. I'm putting it all out there for other parents of addicts who may be struggling, or anyone else who has thought about giving up. I want you to know you will get through this. Even though at times you may feel like you don't want to, regardless of what happens next, you will want to give up. Don't. You will doubt yourself as a parent. You will rewind every moment in memory trying to figure out where you went wrong. You will search endlessly for answers until eventually you'll find there aren't any that will satisfy what you're searching for. Persevere. At my lowest low, after seeing my only daughter through several relapses, treatment programs I couldn't afford, watching my daughter continue to digress into her addiction, spiraling down, leading her to the streets and homelessness, I felt incredibly alone and isolated. I felt like I had failed my daughter. For what seemed like months, even years at a time, tears would flow endlessly. My insides felt like they were being squeezed by an oversized fist, unable to visualize a life with light ever again. You will question everything along the way. Looking back now, I could have never imagined I'd be as strong as I am today. Is it too soon for you to hear about hope? I ask because there was a period of time for me when it was too much. I'm not suggesting the fear and heartache for my daughter does not flush into my life at times, but it's significantly less often. The most important thing I've learned is how to make peace with myself and to step back from my daughter's addiction a little bit at a time through healthy boundaries, allowing joy to re-enter my life slowly. It may seem impossible. You will get there too. If you're feeling lost, you will regain faith and hope. You will see light in their eyes again, and you will thank God for giving your child another opportunity to live. If and when they relapse, you will feel defeated. And just when you think you've gone as far as you can, you'll catch another breath and you'll continue, because that's what we do. The truth of the matter is, one young person may be able to experiment with drugs and alcohol and go on to live a normal, healthy life, and others will not be able to stop. It's a deadly roll of the dice. Please know, not everyone is going to understand your journey. How could they? Seek support from those who understand. Find those of us who get what you're going through. Otherwise, you may put yourself at risk of self-destruction, at which point you will have given up, not just on them, but on yourself. Please don't give up. You may ask, how did I get from a place of darkness to light and peace? Yes, through prayer. Yes, through support. Yes, through gratitude. Yes, through compassion. And yes, through laughter. I have finally learned to let go and let God. Thinking back now, hearing those words from people who couldn't understand what I was going through used to make me angry, until gradually and then suddenly it brought me hope. This doesn't mean that I no longer ache for my daughter. This doesn't mean that I don't miss her and worry for her well-being every day, or that I've given up on her. I never will. She is my heart. It simply means I have finally realized that my inability to control this disease, my feelings of defeat, and my inability to help my daughter feel whole, and my sense of heartbreak and sadness for her does not lift her up. Reclaiming my life felt selfish, like I was abandoning my daughter. But the opposite is true. This has been extremely hard and has taken the longest to grasp, but I finally learned that I too deserve happiness. This was something I denied myself for so long, because when you have a son or daughter who is suffering, regardless of why, your own sense of fulfillment and happiness becomes irrelevant. But don't you see? It's everything. All they want is for us to be happy, and the guilt becomes too much for them to bear. Addiction holds everyone hostage. When our children are struggling, our ability to be joyful even so lessens the pressure on them to be perfect. It's imperative. How could I have missed it? This requires a pivot in our thinking. No longer can we hold them responsible for our inability to be happy because of their disease. That's not their burden to carry, it's ours. We are responsible for our own joy. It's time to end the blaming of the addict for their disease. To start the healing, we as parents must be willing to share our stories and continue to educate those who don't understand. Addiction touches the lives of everyone, yet it's a disease that's been declared shameful to talk about. Addicts are discriminated against on a daily basis through neglect and punishment in a way that is socially accepted, as the media continues to sensationalize addiction and homelessness. This during a time when treatment is unaffordable for the average low to middle income family, while 80% of our heroin addicts are overdosing alone. We must let go of the shame and stand tall for our children, reclaiming our place in this world so our sons and daughters can do the same, modeling joy, faith, compassion, kindness, and forgiveness. Please know you are not alone. I understand what you're going through. It's physically heartbreaking, but you must reclaim your life and be your own hero. Don't lose your sense of self through the battle. Understand there is no quick fix. Somehow I found my way to the light, fueled by community giving, positivity, gratitude, and compassion, and a whole lot of work. I've somehow graciously accepted that my own joy can no longer be contingent upon my daughter's recovery. I got there, so too can you. With love, Shar. I added in the part about the hard work. That's something that I've been working on over the last couple of years. And the work starts with us. It's not my responsibility to fix my daughter. It's my responsibility to look within myself and fix me so that I can show up and be the parent that she needs me to be. With that, I'm just sending you so much love and joy. And I encourage you to take moments throughout the day to reflect and to pause and to allow joy to enter your life and to show yourself love and compassion on this journey. It's so hard. My heart is with you, and until next time, talk to you soon. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and for helping me to connect with other moms of addicts or loved ones who are struggling with addiction in their lives. If you have questions for me, comments, suggestions on future show content, or perhaps there's a specific topic that you would like to hear from an expert in the field, I would love to hear from you. I am also interested in sharing your voice. So if you have messages of hope or personal stories that you think would resonate with our listeners, please send me an email. You can type me out a message, or you can include an attachment to an audio clip with your voice. You can send that to Shar at beyondhoperadio.com. And with that, thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Beyond Hope. For show notes and more, head on over to beyondhoperadio.com.
A huge thank you to recoveryinnovators.com and James Healy. Thank you so much for putting up with me and for helping me to produce and launch the show. I couldn't have done it without you. You are so awesome. And to anybody else who has been considering working with James, highly recommend him. Please go over to his website and check it out, recoveryinnovators.com.